Very good.
All right, guys, welcome to Get Real LOL News. I'm here with Christine Hazel from Hell's Kitchen. So sorry for the technical difficulties. I just want to throw that out there. Christine is with us on the phone today because we couldn't get the stuff to happen correctly. We wanted to get live for you guys. So go ahead and say hello, Christine. Everybody can hear you now.
Hi, everyone. Yes, so sorry about that. Having a little bit of tech difficulties over here, but I'm here now.
Awesome. We're so excited to have you. So let's jump right into the swing of things. First things first is obviously Hell's Kitchen is where you got your big start. So how did you get involved with the show?
I was still in culinary school. I was about in my second year, and I was approached. I guess I was casted. Someone discovered me and wanted to put me on the show. So I guess it's a little bit different than other people's experiences. Sometimes you have to go to like open casting calls or wait in lines, things like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. You didn't have to do any of that then. You just kind of were like lucky and got found out.
Yeah, I think it was just like knowing people in the food world in Philadelphia, and just I guess networking always helps.
Yeah, that's very awesome. Now, what was your first impression walking into the show? Were you nervous, scared, excited, all of the above?
All of the above. Seriously, you don't know what to expect, and you're going in with all these unique and different personalities, and you're just thrown into the mix with everything. I mean, our first experience was we got off the bus, and we were outside of the Hell's Kitchen, and basically we were told we had to jump off a building, and it's just ridiculous. If we want to get in the kitchen, I was okay with it, but I've been skydiving and stuff like that before, but it's just crazy. Your adrenaline's pumping, and you have to cook your signature dish, and it's just so many, like, there's high expectations and so much pressure on you, but you just have to, like, pull through.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, though. It seems like a really fun time. What was your favorite experience of being on the show?
There are so many experiences. I would say cooking with Chef Ramsay, I mean, after you get over the initial shock of everything, I learned so much. I mean, it's invaluable to me and priceless.
That's awesome.
My skill level increased so much.
Yeah, that's so cool. I think that's like probably every chef's dream, to be honest, is just not to be on the show, but to work alongside such a famous chef.
Yeah, just seen him on a daily basis give you one-on-one demonstrations and knowledge that you can't get anywhere else. I felt privileged.
Yeah, that's very awesome. So a little bit outside of Hell's Kitchen, after you were on the show, what was your first thing that you did after leaving the show, obviously?
Well, I ran to the airport, and I got to talk on the phone and talk to my family and friends. And it was a long time of being shut away from the whole entire world, basically.
Yeah.
After that, I went back to culinary school because I was still in school when I left, and I got my degree in culinary management, my bachelor's degree. And then I started to work in Philadelphia. I worked under Jose Garza's, a couple other notable chefs in the area, and I was just building my skill level. Really couldn't tell anyone I was on Hell's Kitchen, so it was just, figuring out what exactly I wanted to do as a chef. But I definitely, I was ready for when we aired. It was just like, there were just so many things and opportunities coming at you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, though. How long is the culinary school experience, or how long was it for you?
That varies for everyone. I mean, my school offered, I believe, like 4 different programs.
Okay.
I had the 3-year program. It was a bachelor's degree, so you were basically went to school to be a chef, but then you also had a business degree, business management. Took a lot of classes, accounting, HR, things like that to help you. I wanted to have my bachelor's degree. It's always been my goal.
Okay.
But other programs are like 6 months a year to 2 years.
Okay. Very cool. So that's not too bad, though.
Yeah, it was 3 years total, but it was definitely worth it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So one of our listeners named James Nixon wants to know if you are single.
I am not single.
Oh, not single, gentlemen. So, hey, that means people are interested, though. So you're taken, though.
That's true. I appreciate the offer, though. I mean.
Yeah, I think that's one of our most popular questions, to be honest. People like to know about the personal lives.
I know. I get a lot of questions. I guess with social media, people have, I guess, an easy, direct access to people that they normally wouldn't have a chance to talk to.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's true.
I feel like that's one of the biggest things. Being on the show, my life changed completely, but especially being more in the public eye, people on social media have lots of questions from across the world. So I get to talk to people from Australia and Russia and Ireland, and those fans I normally would not have been able to reach.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool experience, though.
Yeah, definitely. I love it. I love talking to people that want to talk to me about food. Yeah. I won't stop if we get me started.
Now, did you get a positive feedback from being on the show, or negative feedback, or kind of a mix of both?
I would say, for the most part, I would say about 80% positive.
Awesome.
There's always going to be people out there that hate on the way either you look or they might, just something you might have said. I tried to keep myself in a professional life while I was out there, and I stay true to myself, not try to be gimmicky or try to draw attention for the wrong reason. I think that's where a lot of people get caught up in the show, and they're the ones that tend to get more negative feedback. Yeah. People were really supportive of me, and I feel like I did really well as a culinary student at that point. I got into the top 9, and then I was able to beat out lots of executive chefs, people that had 10, 15 more years experience than me. So I was really proud of how I performed. Yeah. People were positive for that. And definitely, I've got a world of support, and a lot of fans that ask me questions all the time or want to come and try my food, and it's been great.
Well, that's awesome, though. Kylie wants to know how you know how to cook everything Chef Ramsay's way. Did I read that right? Kylie wants to know.
Okay, so does you mean on the show or now?
Kylie, do you mean on the show or now? I'm going to ask that, and then we'll see what she says. I'm going to skip to another question until she answers that. So, she said on the show. Perfect.
Okay, so when you get thrown into the kitchen, basically you just get the first night you're there after your signature dish challenge, and the winners or losers, we lost the first day, even though I got a 4. Unfortunately, we had to be punished all night, and then afterwards, the binder with all of these recipes and procedures and things like that for everything we needed to know for the next day. So basically, you get no sleep, and you try to cram everything in because you're not allowed to bring that in with you into the kitchen. Then you get demos, so you check in your Chef James with that point. We'll basically demonstrate each dish once, and then we were told to prep and get ready to go. So really, the first couple of services is kind of the blind leading the blind. You kind of have to figure it out, and just remember to taste all your food, and remember he's watching at all times. So you might not think he's aware of something you did, but he'll know. Yeah. That'll be the success. So I think now I can cook risotto in my sleep. Like, it's just, I don't have to think about it because he throws things into you. And not only the recipes, but the way things and methods of how they should be done right and how to understand how to cook without a recipe. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
At something and trusting your instinct.
I couldn't imagine, cramming all that. I've seen the binders on the show, and they look huge. I just couldn't imagine cramming all of that.
Well, I feel like you can look at a binder all day, but I'm kind of a visual person, so until I see a demo, that's what makes it click for me. So I kind of need that demonstration and doing it once or twice. And after that, I have it'll just come like muscle memory.
Now, is the risotto as hard to make as it looks like? Everyone always feels
I don't think risotto is hard to make.
Everyone always messes it up.
So the issue is that it's timing. In that kitchen, most people don't work in a traditional French brigade like that. So I think a lot of kitchens these days, you're making the whole dish yourself. So you don't have to rely on others who you're in competition with to complete the dish. So for instance, you're making that risotto and you start at a certain time, you have about 4 minutes out. And you're constantly yelling that you have 4 minutes out to your teammate. Let's say that other person on dish who's making a scallop dish, but they have to go out at the same time as your dish. So they communicate back to you because they hate you or something. See how things happen? It could be something that's not intentional, but you all have to be working together. And if they mess up their dish, then you have to start your dish over again because it's going to be ruined by the time it's done.
Okay.
There's a lot of factors that aren't always
Mhm.
But I think that some people don't understand like what he was exactly looking for. So if you don't have the talent to season things properly or know or weren't shown proper techniques in the past, then you're gonna keep making the same mistakes.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what was last Hell's Kitchen question for now? What was the best thing that came out of you being on the show, in your opinion?
The best thing that came out of me being on the show.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, can I say two things?
Sure.
Number one, I made some really great friendships. I have friends that take a little time now. I think we became really, really close, and now we do chef collaborations and things like that that are invaluable. And number two, I would say now my food is on a bigger pedestal and more of an audience just to try it.
Yeah.
So more people get to see my style of food. I think that's the most important thing.
Oh, okay. Very cool. So tell me a little bit about your private chef and catering business that you're doing now in your town. What exactly do you guys do?
So it's called Hazel Private Chef and Catering. Based out of Philadelphia, but we do work mostly along the East Coast, Rhode Island, Georgia, Florida, Jersey, and PA for the most part. We offer many services. One being something that is kind of like my baby and I'm pretty proud of, called Sissy Saute cooking classes. So it's kind of like my take on the paint with a twist. I don't know if you've ever heard of those, where people paint like pictures and they hang out and then they have like bonding at the same time with a cocktail. So I give people an experience of, I'll teach them a theme of their choice, like an appetizer, entree, and dessert.
Okay.
And do a cooking demo where they get to participate and try things and get to take home recipes of all the dishes you make while they sip on cocktails. It could be like couples night or it could be girls night, but it's really been taking off.
That's awesome.
In addition to that, we do wine pairing dinners. I do pop-up restaurants in the area. And then basically it's been very, very busy, like more upscale catering and themed parties. Very busy stuff.
That's awesome. That the first thing you were talking about with the demos and stuff, that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really, people enjoy it because I feel like people love food and they love the Food Network and people are looking for foodies right now, and it just gives them another opportunity to cook like a chef at home.
That's what I need. I'm not a chef at all.
We'll have to get you a class.
There you go. Also, I know you had mentioned that you had some interviews coming up this week on the radio. You want to tell me a little bit about those? Who they're for?
Actually, I have 2 interviews tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be cooking lunch for Cappuccino on Tower 99 FM in Philadelphia. So I'll be cooking up some fun dishes for them and then also doing an interview. And then right after that, I'll be at 105.3 FM, WDAS, which is Patty Gaston.
Okay.
Just talking about like Philly food and what my private chef and catering business is doing, and like After Hell's Kitchen, and just the different things I'm doing in Philadelphia right now.
That's awesome. That's a busy day, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
Definitely. I can't wait.
I bet. Now, do you do anything with, like, I know some of the other chefs that we've talked to, they do like Reality Rally and all sorts of different charity events and stuff like that. Do you do anything with those sorts of things?
I haven't done any the Reality Rally, but I've done some interesting charity events.
Okay.
I've been teaching high school culinary classes after school for inner city kids in Philadelphia, and then I've been doing Philly Feast, which is for the PA Horticultural Society in the fall. And I'm also going to be a speaker at the New Jersey School Nutrition Association in November at Chapter in Atlantic City.
Okay.
So it's just like a lot of like stuff like that. But I'm actually looking to do I'm actually doing a collaboration in the works right now for a pop-up dinner, but with the proceeds going to Paul's for Philadelphia Animal Welfare Society.
Okay. Well, that's very cool.
In the works of creating that right now, and I'm collaborating with one other chef, and then all the proceeds will go to society. So I'm really excited about that because I'm an animal lover and I have a rescue dog, so I really want to get back.
Oh, well, that's very cool. Are you originally from Philadelphia?
Yes, I grew up in Levittown, which is a suburb right outside of Philadelphia, and then I've lived in the Northeast Philadelphia for about 4 years now.
Okay, very cool. So that's pretty cool, though, that you get to kind of give back to the community you're from. Yeah.
It's just like, and then you meet new people every time you do it, and it's great. You never know where it's going to lead you. Like I just did the Miracles in Media event with Women Empowered, and then I was cooking for that in January, and there's so many people in the Philadelphia area, and it definitely gives you more opportunities as well.
That's awesome. Now, have you ever had a bad experience, like either with a guest or with a certain chef that you just were like trying to get out of? Meaning, like, have you ever had a bad experience, not necessarily where you messed up, but just where other people weren't pleased?
I would say, like in the kitchen, I'm not sure you're always going to have mistakes are going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just inevitable. Just how you recover from them, and I think that's the most important thing. And just staying organized. I'm trying to think about the specific incident.
Oh, well, that's okay.
It's been years, but I feel like there's actually one more Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, nice.
When we were cooking, I think our first service, eating and serving towards smelling pumpkin. So we had an incident with some lamb. It was I was cooking with her niece, I was like her teammate on that one, and her oven wasn't on, but I had to go out and apologize to him over and over again.
Aww.
While he was out there, and it was like so embarrassing and belittling, so ridiculous.
I bet that.
Continue cooking, but Chef is just going out to the dining room.
I bet that would be embarrassing to have to go out and
It
apologize.
was terrible.
That's so funny though.
Chop Canada, I'm like, oh, I remember that every single time.
It probably teaches you a lesson to not mess up though.
It's true. Make sure I take my opinions wisely.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought for a minute, so I'm going to move on to something else. I know that you said next week you get to go and cook at Gordon Ramsay's Pub and Grill. How excited are you for that?
Oh, I'm definitely excited. I mean, this is our second Hell's Kitchen takeover. It's on May 25th on a Wednesday in the evening, and the tickets are on Caesars Atlantic City's website. But it was the first one we did was in April. It was so much fun working with a bunch of the other chefs. I prepped all day with Pete and Megan. Like we all worked as a team, and it was so much fun. And it's just I've never seen that many Hell's Kitchen chefs cooking together outside of Hell's Kitchen.
That's awesome.
So it's been like eye-opening. So we'll be down there. I'll be cooking, and we'll be doing some practice stuff throughout the day. So I'll be there for 2 days. So I'm really looking forward to it because the last time I got to meet so many fans and hang out with them, and it's just so much fun.
Oh, that does sound fun. Hopefully you'll have a good time there.
Definitely will go.
Yeah, I bet. Bob Race wants to know, what do you think about this trend of people dumpster diving for food from restaurants and grocery stores and then making meals from newly discarded food? Have you heard anything about that?
I didn't really know it was a trend. But my initial reaction, I don't really enjoy food out of the trash can.
Yeah.
I understand if it's like out of necessity, maybe if like you're starving on the street, but I really wouldn't approve of that only because of the chef's sanitation and cleanliness was really important to me. And I couldn't see that being safe. I feel like it's evolved in their future.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think I've seen something about it a couple of times, but never too much.
So you're just pulling food out of trash cans and dumpsters and you're making meals out of them? Are they serving them in restaurants? Or
no, I think it's just people, like I guess like how people dumpster dive for anything. I think it's just like those kind of people is what he's saying.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I was not aware. It was like nothing coming through the trash.
Yeah. So what it would be like your number one tip for someone who's like not the greatest cook? What would be your number one tip for one to make them look good? Like if they're going on a date and they want to cook something, how do you make yourself look good if you're not the best chef? Or what meal would you recommend they make? That's super easy.
Okay, I would say if you want to do something that's going to impress, always keep it simple, don't overcomplicate things. And I would say try to find a few flavors that really complement each other. So I'm a big, a fan of a composed dish where I want something, the flavors really be balanced and have textures and different bright colors so people eat with their eyes. I think that's definitely something you're going to look at a plate and if it doesn't look beautiful, most people are not going to enjoy it as much. So I would say if you want a recipe, then I would say go on to my Instagram or my Twitter and use one of my recipes. Then I know at least it's good.
There you go. Awesome.
I would recommend cooking on the first date. I think that's just too much.
I don't know. I mean, I've never cooked on the first date because I know I'm not the best cook, but.
Well, definitely, but if it's the first date, how do you know if you really like someone? So I feel like you should be cooking like that you can get out of, like coffee or something.
That's true. I could see that.
And then if you really love me, then you can go on and do something more fun. But if you don't, then you have it out.
Yeah, I guess cooking at home is kind of an intimate thing.
Definitely. I know that's something you should do when you know someone a little better.
Probably true. So do you have anything else coming up in the next couple weeks, months, etc. that you want to bring up before we close out?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm doing some fun new recipes, and I'm possibly working on some things coming up. I'm going to be doing some messages for a hot sauce company and things like that, and I'll be posting it soon. Things like that, and then I'm going to be doing a pop-up soon. Just want everyone to go on to my Instagram and Twitter, and you can see all the different events I have coming up and different pictures of food. So we'll be posting a lot of recipes coming up, so
awesome.
So hopefully everyone gets a chance to do those, and definitely just, if you're in the Philadelphia area, let me know so you can come to one of my events.
There you go. That would be awesome. So for everyone listening, I have included all of her links at the bottom of this video, so if you want to go follow her and like her and all those things, keep updated on what she's doing, that would be awesome. And do you just want to say your website for me one quick time?
Sure. So my website is www.chefchristinehazel.com.
Perfect.
My Twitter is @ChristineHazel10, and Instagram and Facebook are Chef Christine Hazel.
Awesome. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, make sure if you have a party or something, you're going to hire Christine to do your stuff. That'll be awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for joining us tonight and answering everybody's questions. And we would love to have you back sometime as well.
Definitely. I had a great time. Hopefully the next time I actually get a picture on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Technical issues.
Oh, no problem. All right, guys, we're going to close out here. So thanks, everyone, for coming in and tuning in. And thank you, Christine, for coming and joining us as our guest.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.